Hello and welcome to the Windscribe VPN review provided by GoBestVPN.com. As you can see, Windscribe is clearly up to date on their web practices, but we're not entirely sold based on these tricks alone, no matter how fancy this website may look. Windscribe really knows their audience too. You can tell by the language they use, and even simple things like take your browsing history to your grave, it really resonates with us all. After all, there's no way I would voluntarily share my browsing history with anyone. Now let's take a look at some of the features that they're offering. Windscribe's unique features. Well, by definition, there's no way that these are all unique, but let's just go over them. Windscribe has a lot of servers. Having servers in over 55 countries, they sit around 500 servers at the time of this review. They have a no-log policy, provide the strongest industry encryption methods, offer native clients, and there's something for the media consumption too. They have a thing called WinFlix, which allows you to bypass Netflix's geo restriction. Windscribe promises to unblock US and UK Netflix. It's fantastic. On top of that, they have additional security features that makes Windscribe something like an antivirus software. As much good things there are to say about Windscribe, there still are a few bad things here and there. For instance, Gary is a big one. Let's see how our refund request goes. I asked about how do I get a refund, and Gary just asks about something else entirely. So let's just answer his question. Do I wish to talk to a human? And then he starts talking about canceling auto rebilling. No, I just would like a refund, Gary. How do I request a refund? And in the end, Gary will escalate it to a human anyways. And when it does, it will open a ticket system. So there's no live chat with Windscribe, only Gary, who really can't help me out in this case specifically, but maybe for some other cases, he might be very helpful. Although Gary couldn't really help us out in this case, they do have a lot of self-help, a lot of setup guides, FAQs, and knowledge-based materials that you can read, a ton of content that you can go through. And on top of that, their community is actually quite active on Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, and Discord. Windscribe's payment model certainly stands out among the rest of the VPN providers. Windscribe VPN has a freemium model where you can use their VPN services for free. You can pay for it like every other subscription, or you can even earn credits by letting them mine cryptocurrencies on your browser itself. They will mine a cryptocurrency called Monero. And this is what the page looks like. Windscribe's account registration process is actually pretty cool. You can either choose your own username and your own password, or you can have it generated automatically. Hard baby toucher, that sounds inappropriate, so we're gonna generate a new one. Lucky fruit auditor, alright, I love to audit fruits, that sounds good to me. And a password generator, that's great, and we can put in an email optionally. When you want to upgrade to a paid subscription, you can either choose a yearly plan or the monthly plan. I opted in for the monthly just to do this review. You can pay with PayPal, credit card, cryptocurrencies, and payment wall. They have a lot of cryptocurrencies when I checked. And remember, when you pay with credit card or PayPal, you are sharing your personal information as well. Now that we have paid for our subscription and upgraded our plan, we can get started. We can download it for our browser or our operating system. And obviously, they have native clients for different devices and different operating systems, even your smart TV and your router in case you want to cover your entire network. So now that we have downloaded and installed Windscribe, let's get into it. But first, did you know that you can set up your preferences even before logging in? That's pretty handy. Now let's get into it. Windscribe at first glance looks very simple, which is great for adoption and onboarding new users. There's a simple one-click connect and disconnect button here. There's a server list which expands. Not a lot of VPNs allow you to choose the server, so kudos to Windscribe. Windscribe VPN also displays your new IP right here. Now check out what happens when you connect to a new server. There's a nice glowy effect that looks really cool, and my IP changed also. There's a notifications button for any relevant news or events, and they even include jokes here and there. Now the hamburger menu opens up some additional things you can do. You can request for any kind of help. You can go into your account settings, sign out, and you can quit the VPN client. Let's go into preferences and see what's up. Now under the settings, you have your general tab, which goes over some basic settings. You can configure what kind of VPN protocol you want to use, but you can't choose the encryption method. You can set up proxies, and there are some additional things you can do. For the full VPN review that includes the results for speed tests, DNS and IP leak tests, and Netflix tests, check out our full review at gobestvpn.com in the link in the description below.